everyone doing tonight? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we got a full room. All right. Welcome everyone to our first GBM of the spring semester. By show of hands, how many of you are new? All right, round of applause for everyone new in here. Feeling good, feeling good. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Night Hacks for those of you who are new. If you're here, welcome back. Hopefully you aren't tired of us by now. For our Spring Kickoff event, really, I'm just going to go ahead and formally reintroduce the club. I know we have a lot of new faces potentially coming in, so if you've been around here for a long time, some of this may be a little repetitive, but even then, old or new, we have some really cool information to share kind of at the end of the presentation, and I'll just jump right into it. Very excited to have you guys here. So, on our agenda for our first GBM, first we're going to go over who we are, kind of what do we do here at Night Hacks and all of that type of stuff. We're going to talk about all of our different programs, all of the things we get up to. I'm going to pause the lo-fi. We're going to talk about what a hackathon is because that's kind of the second half of our name. And then we're going to go over some more miscellaneous club updates since our last GBM in the fall semester. We're going to talk a little bit about elections, which are tomorrow, and then burger. We're going to have a partial proceeds after this. All of you are welcome to come. Bill my burgers, maybe like 5-6 minutes away. We'll go ahead and have a quick social there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, who are we, right? For those of you that are new, we are a 52-person team, 52 people across our 7 different operations teams. And we at Night Hacks try to deliver an experience to all of you, an experience and an opportunity to grow as developers, to grow as individuals, to grow as students, as academics. And the way that we do that is we serve all of you, all 300 to 500 annual members. This is our typical general body year by year, which is a lot. And the way we accomplish that is kind of with our 3 missions, right? The first one, kind of at the top, the one that we kind of started with, was our main goal is to bridge the gap between classroom and the tech industry. And that's what we tell all of the new members, that's what we tell all of the sponsors, all of the faculty. That's kind of our flagship goal. And we do a good job at it, and I'll get into that in a few. Our second goal, that is one of my more personal favorites, is we aim to instill confidence in each and every technologist here at UCF. Notice how I put emphasis on the word technologist. There's a bit of a misconception with one, this club, but two, kind of the culture of hackathons and everything that we do, that we only really support software engineers. By technologists, I mean anyone that's kind of interested loosely in the technology industry. We have a lot of graphic design majors come through, whether that be through UI, UX design, graphic design, social media design, business in form of project management, product management, MEC-E, CE, EE, AE, all the other E's I don't remember. We try to welcome as many types of people as possible and help them place at our hackathons. For all of our more mechanically, electrical side of things, we do hardware challenges, and I really put an emphasis on that. Night Hacks has really impacted my life in a positive way, and I've been pushing more and more to make it as open to basically everyone and anyone that wants to come. So I always make sure to put that definition out there, for technologists, right? And then last but not least, we always want to form a growing community that welcomes everyone. Having a community, there are layers to it, whether it be UCF, as a software engineer, with people in your trade and your industry. Having that community is always super, super helpful to get you those connections and sort of backward impacts the last 2 missions of helping you bridge the gap between classroom and industry and helping you feel that confidence within your community, right? And so with these 3 missions, we aim to basically set each and every one of you up for success. And so we've seen a lot of success. I'll just put this up here and let it sit there for a minute. But we have members end up in all of the big names that you hear. And all of these offers are just this year. Again, I'll kind of leave it up there a little bit more, not to gloat or anything, but we do our best job to get you where you want to be. Right? To have you be able to tell those success stories and be able to feel proud of yourself for where you've gone and what you've done, right? And so how do we do that? Well, that leads us to what do we do? So there's a lot going on at Night Hacks, especially this year. We've kicked up all of our events over the last few months. We have a lot going on, so it can be a bit hectic, but the first thing that's kind of the most run-of-the-mill, easy to access, that most people will pop in here and there, is we offer weekly workshops. We actually offer 2 every week, unless there's some sort of circumstance that comes up. Someone's sick, we lost a room, there's a holiday, right? And these workshops span across a bunch of different things. We go over different niches, trying to expose you to different types of technologies you might not have heard of, whether that be web development, machine learning, embedded software, things of that nature. And we also do cater to all levels of expertise and skill. We want to emphasize that this club is beginner friendly as well. We've had sort of a notion that this club is for more advanced sort of people in their curriculum, and that's completely not true. Again, one of our missions and our goals is to make it welcoming for everyone, so we do tailor our workshops to everyone. I've found that the workshops also help with instilling that confidence. A lot of the tools that I've learned at these workshops, I've been able to, practice in projects and all of that, and it's really helped me as a developer. We do also have less technical workshops. We've done public speaking workshops in the past, resume reviews, things of that nature, more professional development side. And these workshops are completely free to attend. No dues are required for the workshops. Very few, maybe limited capacity, depending on the room we are assigned by the registrar. But we try to make these as open as possible, with more than half of them being held in this very room, because as you can see, there's a lot of people in this room, right? We want to have a lot of people show up. As a part of our weekly workshops, one of our series is also called Class Support. So one thing that we do here at NIHAX is also making sure that we understand, you can't succeed in the industry if you can't get out of UCF first, which I know we all know what the acronym stands for. So we try to do our best to help you get out of here with good academic standing, and again, keeping that confidence and not feeling berated by that one physics class, right? So although we don't cover physics, we do cover all of the core topics in our curriculum, all the core classes for CES and most for IT and some of the other engineerings. We do Intro to C, CS1, CS2, OOP concepts, all of that. And one of our biggest events next to the hackathon is our semesterly foundation exam workshop. So if any of you guys in here in CS1, I already recognize a few faces, right? Foundation exam workshop, right? You guys don't want to have to be worried about the foundation exam. We just had ours about a few weeks ago. It was a pretty big success. It was a good event. So those are our 2 types of workshops, basically. Another thing that we do every Monday night is we have our weekly operations meetings. Operations meetings are a place to let everyone have their voice be heard. Again, this is completely open to any member. You don't have to pay dues or anything. You just show up. You get to tell me and the rest of the officers what you like about the club, what you don't like about the club, what you might like to see in the club. And this sort of enforces our third mission of building that community. Ops meetings are so fun. We rarely ever actually get any work done, and we kind of just goof around. This is a little photo shoot we did to show off our new club shirts at Ops last week, or this week. So yeah, just a good time to network within the club, kind of have those more personal conversations, and make those connections here in our community. We also do mentorship every fall semester with our Kickstart program. This year, Kickstart was a huge success. We bumped up Kickstart by 61% in the number of attendees and mentors in total, and we aim to make it even bigger next year. So for all of you that are new in the club, stick around, keep your eyes open on announcements in the fall semester. We'll be opening those up. But yeah, mentorship is a lot of fun. Again, it's for our 2 missions, right? We're trying to help you get that confidence by learning more from some of the people in our community who have, had multiple internships at those big name companies that have that advice and that wisdom to instill on you. And on top of that, you're able to go ahead and make more deeper connections within the community, within your Kickstart group. And most of them end up being pretty close friends long after your Kickstart cohort, right? Then in the spring semester, which is currently happening right now, we do have our projects program, which has since lifted off. Projects program is a way for everyone here to kind of get the opportunity to get that hands-on experience with technology. Because I know that the curriculum takes a little bit to put you in that first project, right? The first real big project where you're open-ended, you get to do whatever you want, make whatever you want. And really that's a skill that, in all honesty, you do need in this industry. So we try to give you a platform to sort of sandbox around with things. And again, this is open for anyone. This isn't just CS. We actually have a project, a hardware project this semester that is trying to create an automated AI voice recognition Nerf gun turret. So that's something cool we have to look forward to in like 2.5, 3 months. And at the end of the projects program, we also give you an opportunity for a little bit of professional development. We get the entire engineering atrium booked out and we do a little mini senior design expo for you to, present your project, practice your pitch, your public speaking skills, and we are trying our best to invite industry sponsors out there as well. So again, back to our 3 sort of core missions. And then last but not least, socials. We try our best to, have some fun. Not everything has to be about working hard and learning all of those skills and review my resume, right? So we do our best to make sure that we have some time to have fun. We do partial proceeds pretty regularly. We have one after this meeting, as well as some kind of like grill outs we have. We call them kickbacks. It's a lot of fun. And so it's a really good place to sort of make those friends, make those connections, and get involved. And so our last sort of signature event, which is big enough to deserve its own little section, is our annual hackathon. Who here hasn't been to a hackathon? Okay, good amount of people. So for those that haven't, I'm going to try to do my best to describe it because it's a really, really hard thing to describe. There's just so much culture and unique experience inside of a hackathon, but it's essentially 36 hours of programming, which sounds terrible. The full 36 hours. You might get maybe 4, maybe 6, 8, if you're lucky, hours of sleep over an entire weekend. But it is just a weekend. You sacrifice a weekend, but you come out with connections, with a project, with that confidence, and it really is a beautiful experience. It's a lot of fun. So our hackathon, Night Hacks, is held right here on UCF's campus every year in October. We hold it in the engineering buildings and the business buildings, so we have 3-4 buildings to ourselves, plenty of room, plenty of space for us to kind of have fun, have a good time. We bring out sponsors from all over. I wish we had someone with one of the shirts so I could show them the back, but it's a really, really good time. And I could go on and on trying to relay more what the hackathon is, but we actually have just finished up a very, very close to final draft. I have to say that, or a videographer might get bad. Video. So I'll let it go ahead and do the talking for me.
It really is hard to put into words what the hackathon is without going, but it is the culmination of all of the missions of our organization at once.
You get to have a lot of fun creating projects, going to socials, attending workshops,
career expo events, and the hackathon is essentially 36 hours of all of that. We do events for people to meet others in the community, and it's a really great time. And on top of that, lots of professional development opportunities. People come out entirely new developers with a lot of new skills. Really, it's just an experience. It isn't an event. It is an experience.
I love seeing the joy in people's faces when they come to an event like this and they get the chance to connect with others and have as much fun as they possibly can. They get to make a project, gain experience.
It's really great for students to really talk to other people that share the same skill set they do, and even if they don't, it's a great thing for them to kind of learn about other technologies.
My entry point into software development in general, I honestly thank it for a lot of where I am today.
Yeah, for someone who is considering it and hasn't done it before, you definitely should. I'm in my senior year, and I wish I started this when I was a freshman. The experience has been unbelievable and unforgettable. Just going crazy with creating a project has been a lot of fun, and collaborating with my friends and seeing the brilliant minds outside of my team and their ideas and their projects.
So our sponsors are the ones that make all of this possible, put food on the table quite literally. We do all of this entirely free, just so that we can get as many people show up as possible, because it really is a life-changing experience and helps a lot of people.
So Hackathon's an awesome new platform for those that have a hard time finding positions to still showcase their prowess at coding. And not only coding, hackathons make sense to show how the real world functions, because the real world will not just be coders that exist within a company.
A lot of people think that you need to be a crazy seasoned programmer to attend a hackathon, but we've had business majors come, we've had design come, we've had mechanical engineering, computer engineering, all different disciplines. We had a health science major win 2 years back with a bioinformatics thing, and they learned Python over the weekend. It is not just for computer scientists, it is not just for software developers. It's called the hackathon because that's what the culture decided it would be 15 years ago, but I would say it's an idea-thon. It is a collaboration-a-thon. It's a place for everyone. It is not just computer science.
And what I found from the hackathons that I've done, it's when you have talent that comes from all those different aspects, it's what really makes the end project or the end solution that you submit shine.
Anyone that's considering coming to the hackathon, I would say do it. Even if you don't have much experience, it's a great way to get experience, and you'll meet a lot of cool people during the hackathon too who can help you on your journey.
I really hope that we could continue to hold hackathons, continually expand, and make it better every year.
What do we think about that? That's pretty cool. That finished 2 hours ago, so it was right on the money. I'm very happy I was able to show you guys that today. First group of people to ever see it. We're going to get it live on YouTube real soon, just some minor touches we need to make. But that's basically what the hackathon is. Put it a lot better than I ever could. But really, when I said that it's a life-changing experience, it is. Everything, honestly, in relation to my career that I've considered positive that's happened to me, all of it can be traced back to here, right? Whether that be the hackathon, learning those tools, making those projects that get me kind of that talking point in that one interview, or maybe the people that I've met that inspired me to make that new project in that team, collaboration project. It really is a very positive experience, and I cannot urge all of you enough to go. Registration usually opens up around midsummer, so expect that in your emails. We, work close with the campus to make sure that you guys have as much up-to-date information on that as possible. But that is the hackathon. And then just for some final, more miscellaneous club updates to go over. First of all of you have heard a lot about Blade. For those of you new and those who are returning and just now heard about it, we've now made our all-in-one Night Hacks platform for you guys to get involved with the club. We can, track attendance. You guys can get points and all of that, so we're able to, keep registration open. One thing I do want to note, it does ask for your LinkedIn, your portfolio, your resume, your GitHub, right? All of that's optional, but it is put into our sponsorship database, so I'm just throwing that out there if you guys want to sign up, right? So I would recommend, if you do want to continue being involved with the clubs, we do check in at our workshops, at our project launch, all of those things. So I do recommend and encourage that you guys go up in here and get up on Blade. And just one quick segment from our dev lead here. We actually do have dev team applications open, so I'll go ahead and give them the floor for a little bit.
I'll stand here. Hi, I'm Lewin. I'm the dev lead for Night Hacks, and if you're here, you've probably used Blade, I hope, and that gives you a good idea of what we do on the dev team. We basically do everything that the organizers need us to do, and to make their lives as easy as possible. So, how many people here want to be software engineers? Good amount? Yeah, and I can tell you, as a software engineer, one of the most important things you can do is work on something that is used by people or that has users. And that's exactly what we do on the dev team. How many members do we have? 300 plus annual members that use Blade and all of our other tools. 600 plus, not even applicants, attendees for the hackathon that checked in. 1,500 applicants and even more visitors to the site. And this is something that, that's looks great on a resume, looks great to recruiters, and is personally gratifying. Must over there, he's on his computer. He was crying tears of joy earlier, actually. He's seen people use the new feature he implemented, so it's amazing, yeah. Yeah, and so, if that's something that interests you, I would highly encourage you to apply. Here's just some examples. The club site looks great. Not the club site, it's the hackathon site for last year. Looks amazing. And then, Blade, as you've probably seen. Do the next slide?
Yeah.
Next button.
Yeah.
Yeah. So application steps. It looks a little bit more complicated than it is, but I promise it's really easy with some Googling. You just fork our repository. If you know what cloning is, it's similar to cloning, but if you clone, you won't be able to publish your branch. You might not know what I'm talking about, but if you want to take a picture of this and then follow these steps to apply later on, you can. It's really easy. Just do some Googling, and it's worth it. Trust me. But yeah, I won't go through all of it in detail. I would just encourage you to, if you're interested, take a picture of the steps and try to follow them later on.
All right, back to the rest of the updates. Club shirts. I think you can see a good handful of us wearing them around the room. We got Leo in the back, right? Adrian, Lewin over there. I got them up here. Everyone's looking good. We just recently released our new club shirts. They came out last week. So if all of you in here, anyone in here is a dues paying member, you're entitled to get a shirt. If you'd like to pay dues tonight and get a shirt, that's also an option for you to have, right? And then the last piece of big news before we close off for tonight, I did mention that our hackathon here at UCF is annual, and it only occurs in October. So now the question is, well, gee, I want to get involved. I want to do something like that. That video was awesome, right? What is my next outlet? Well, the big news that I'm kind of slightly announcing tonight is that there is a potential spring hackathon in the works right here on this campus at UCF, right? The tentative dates are up on the board, so make sure you're free just in case, April 4th to April 6th. More information will be finalized and will come out at our next GBM on the 27th of February. So if you want to get involved at another hackathon, you know, eyes peeled at our announcements. We'll make sure that you guys are the first to know. But yeah, with that, one last thing. I invite you all to join us tomorrow for our elections, all of the dues-paying members, the voting body of our club. Tomorrow we're holding our elections for the next school year. We have tomorrow HEC 101 from 3 to 7 p.m. And yeah, we got a bunch of real cool people running tomorrow, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, woo! I will say as current president that it takes a whole lot to run this club, and a whole lot. But I'm more than confident that anyone up here could run it just as well as I have. So I hope to see you all come out tomorrow, kind of hear our debate, hear what we have to say, maybe put in your vote because, you know, it affects all of you guys. So if you care enough to show up, then you're the good person, you're the right vote, right? And so with that being said, we're going to hold this room for hanging out, talking, chit-chat for maybe another 30 minutes to an hour, but our partial proceeds at Build My Burger down the street, down University, does start at 7. So we did end a little early tonight. Feel free to hang around, talk, and we'll see you there at 7. Thank you guys for coming.